welcome to Manc and Yank. I'm Tom and I'm a Manc.
I'm Meg and I'm a Yank.
And today we are looking at some British sweets. Are you excited about this one?
Very excited. I have a huge sweet tooth, as you know.
I do know. So let's just jump right in. The word sweet's not really an Americanism, is it?
No, I've tried to adjust to saying it over here. I still slip up and say my American dirty word all the time. You know?
What is your American dirty word?
We call it candy, and I get mocked over here.
So, as an umbrella term, what is candy? What fits into that?
Like everything. So you guys, sweets is pretty much like fruity stuff. For us, candy includes that stuff. It also includes like chocolate. So it includes everything from Snickers to M&M's to Three Musketeers bars, all the way to Skittles, Starburst, Lifesavers, all of it.
Okay. Yeah, for us it's a bit different. I don't know, it might be a regional thing. There might be some people who are looking at me like, what are you talking about? For me, personally, sweets is generally just the non-chocolate based sweet stuff. But if somebody collectively put a load of stuff together and said, here's some sweets, and there was chocolate in it, I wouldn't call that out as strange either. So it's a bit of a vague term.
You wouldn't reject them?
No. But nor would I say they were wrong in calling them sweets.
Okay.
But today we are focusing on purely the non-chocolate based stuff. There's going to be there is some little bits of chocolate based stuff in there, but by and large, Miss Nut Allergy over here has put a scupper on that episode. So we're going to have to stick to the sweets.
I've got the EpiPens ready just to be safe.
We do. Literally, there are EpiPens on site. I've just had the briefing.
Yes.
Not that I haven't already been briefed, but
I was going to say, the majority of them you did check. It's just there were the few that were, I guess, came from like the jars,
yeah,
at the shops where they're just non-individually packaged, I suppose.
So I would like to take this opportunity to thank Meg for putting her life at risk for this content. It's very brave stuff of you.
Thank you. I survived America on my first 2 years of this allergy. I think I can come here and tough it out a bit more.
We'll kill you off.
They almost killed me off.
Right, so let's get going, shall we?
Yes.
First of all, before we get going, what are your favourite types of candy as it is in America?
Okay, so I suppose, again, you have to go off of this being pre-allergy. So I haven't had the allergy until November 2017, as you know. So basically, I've gone the rest of my life with no food allergies. So basically able to eat anything without any trouble. And then suddenly this started. So I'm going to include everything pre-allergy as well, because a lot of those are my favorite.
Okay.
So I love Snickers bars, to the point where we named our dog Snickers. Mm-hmm. She was adorable. I like Three Musketeers a lot, which is like chocolate mousse on the inside, basically.
Okay.
So
is it similar to our Milky Way, do you think? Because I know that your Milky Way is not the same as our Milky Way.
Our Milky Way has chocolate in it. Our Milky Way is like a Snickers, but without the nuts.
Ah, that's like a Mars bar for us then. Okay.
So, yeah, I was going to say a lot of the things are different. And your Smarties and our Smarties are completely different. Go
on, explain. Okay, so for anyone not British watching, our Smarties are similar in their design and texture to M&M's. They're made by a different company, so the chocolate tastes a bit different, but they are very similar. Your Smarties are...
So I'd had Smarties before I even came over here because my dad's Canadian, so they're over there as well. But our Smarties in the U.S., they're basically like, I guess, powdered sugar, essentially, that's been crushed into like a little pill form. So it's like chalky almost.
Okay.
It's like flavored, fruity, chalky, and they look like little pills. And it's really bad that we actually have these things. We also have like candy cigarettes as well. These are things that they actually sell to children. And like then there's Pixie Sticks.
We have candy cigarettes.
Okay, well, we have Pixie Sticks as well, which is like powdered sugar. And the number of kids that, it's really terrible, like snort that stuff when like it's cocaine or something is really bad. And then they'll fake taking pills, like that's what they do with our Smarties. So starting kids' drugs at a young age.
I think, right, based on what you've just described, I think there is a few things that I have bought, and I've been out and got some British sweets, and I ran through the list with Meg saying, have you heard of these? Are these American things? And she told me no. And I think, based on what you've just said, there is going to be a few of those things that you try and you go...
You're going to compare?
Yeah, and you're going to think, this is very similar to what we have. Some of the stuff you've just said then, I feel like we've got in that bag today.
Okay. Well, if it is, I'll compare out the American equivalent then.
Okay. Well, let's get to that then. So, we'll see you in a minute with some sweets. Okay, so we have our sweets. We have our big bowl of sweets. Right, so let's just get to it. So one of the main ones, a real British tradition here, first of all, is jelly babies. Right, so jelly babies. You said you'd never heard of these?
No.
So we have ourselves a little jelly baby here, as you can see, a British tradition here. They look like a little weird little baby. So
what are they covered in? They look like they're covered in flour.
It's like powdered sugar, I think.
Because the sugar within it's not enough?
Yeah, exactly. So a real British tradition that makes our children say this is to bite the head off these things and pretend.
Oh, you have to eat the head first.
You don't
Just
have
like
to.
animal cracker style.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good. Good flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Gummy's a little too soft for my taste, but they're good.
They are very soft, yeah.
It's just... I don't know, they're weird. Like, it's like... Because the outside's a different gummy than the inside.
Yeah.
It's kind of... I don't know. It's not my favorite.
That is it. They are.
I haven't gotten that far and it's not my favorite.
So next, we're going to try a more modern variant on an old classic, and that is the Drumstick Squashies. So, full disclosure, Meg, you've already had squashies before, haven't you?
Oh yes, squashies are my favorite.
I got some squashies for Christmas, didn't I? And you fell in love with them.
I had to replace those because I ate so many.
You did. She did. She scrammed most of my Christmas present. But
I replaced it.
For the sake of for camera, we are gonna have some squashies.
This is the best flavor of them too.
So if anyone doesn't know, they do come in a variety of flavours, and they are based off of drumstick lollies, which we do have some drumstick lollies here. So maybe you could try the originals as well and see what you think.
Okay.
Slightly different.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I've only tried the two flavors, I guess. I tried the green pink ones and I've tried the originals. I won't try the blue pink ones because anything with bubble gum in it just kind of grosses me out if it's not an actual gum.
Okay.
It's just so weird. If I'm not chewing it like bubble gum, it shouldn't be bubble gum flavored.
Okay, so next we're gonna go for an old traditional now. We're gonna go for the wine gums.
Wine gums?
Yes. I don't know if they originally had wine in them, but we'll both go for the...
I think it's probably meant to be berry flavored, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we'll go for this berry flavoured one. They come in different
So what are they supposed to look like, I guess? Because right now it just looks like a...
I don't know.
Deformed gummy.
It's got an M on it, this one. Because
is that an M?
Yes, because the company...
Or is it a W?
The company does begin
Are these
with
them
an
as
M.
well?
Yes. So they come in all different types of shapes and sizes and flavours.
Like a flower on it.
So you can try some different flavours as well if you want. These are personally my favourite, but let's go.
Okay. But it's so hard.
You look disgusted by the wine gum.
It has like a slight minty flavor to it. Like it's not just straight fruit. Like it's got like a mint kick in it. It's kind of grossing me out.
So you want to try like a strawberry, like a raspberry strawberry one, whatever the red one is. See what you think.
That would be me swallowing it, by the way. Oh. I'm sorry. I need some water. Yeah, they gave me like a really cough syrupy aftertaste. That was not.
They do kind of have a cough syrup.
Then am I gonna eat the cherry, or am I just gonna be drinking like cherry cough syrup? Like,
well, you try and tell me.
Making me nervous. Cherry cough syrup in gummy form. I'm sorry.
Wine gum's being spat out. This is sacrilegious.
I don't want to eat cough syrup. If I wanted to do that, I could probably just mix cough syrup in with Jell-O.
That's an Americanism. Jell-O.
Ah, yes. What do you guys call it? You guys call it jelly over here?
Yeah,
is that
jelly.
Right?
Yeah.
It's Jell-O for us. Jelly for us is what you guys call jam.
Mm-hmm. Interesting side note. Okay, so next we're going for the fruit pastels. So we kind of got this. They're kind of like a hard. They're quite hard. They do end up going like as you chew them. They are a soft gummy.
Okay. Well, when you pulled them out of the package, that was the one with the roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when you pull them out of the package, my first thought was, oh, they're Lifesavers, which is like our hard. They're hard candy sweets, but they're not covered in sugar. So then I was like, oh, maybe they're squishy like gumdrops,
But if you
which you decorate your gingerbread houses. Yeah, but they're not overly.
No, they're kind of in the middle of. I know what you mean by gumdrops. They're not quite as soft as that.
They're not. Not very sweet.
You don't think?
Has good flavor though.
Hmm.
I personally don't like the hard crust on the outside of the gummies. I feel like it's weird. That's just my taste, I think.
So
but that one has really good flavor.
There is a thing in the advert where they try to suggest you eat it and you have to go as long as you can without actually chewing it, and you sort of like suck the hard.
Like how many licks would it take to get the center of a Tootsie Pop? You guys have not.
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, those are the best commercials ever. So they had like this little owl. You know what a Tootsie Roll is?
Not really, no.
Okay, they're like chocolate, I don't know, like rolled candies. They're just like little, not oblong, I don't know, cylindrical, I guess, kind of little candies that are just small, nothing huge. You can get bigger ones, and basically what they did was they made a lollipop, or a lolly as you guys call them, and they put a Tootsie Roll in the center. It's actually in reality the grossest thing because you're eating something fruity flavored and then all of a sudden in the center is like this chocolate, and it's not good. But the point of their commercials was they'd always be like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? And the point was that you had to go without biting into it.
Okay.
I always failed. But to be fair, the only time I didn't was I'd suck off all the lolly and then leave the chocolate because I didn't like it.
Right, so next we're going to go for a Malware. The Malware strips here we've got.
Oh, they look like Laffy Taffy.
Oh, you know what? I was just about to set up by saying these could be similar to some American sweets that you and I have tried before. And I was going to go, I wonder if she'll say it after she eats it, but she's jumped on it straight away.
Sorry, I forced him to try Laffy Taffy. You hadn't had it. I don't know how you guys have that song and don't know it. Wait, why is it white?
Why is it white? They are all the same colour. There's a difference for you.
That's disgusting. I don't know what I'm eating then if it's not in the package.
There you go.
It's a gross surprise. It makes me nervous not knowing what flavor it is. Like, if you'd unpackage this and just hand it to me, it'd be like that dumb sucker where you just like are expected to know what flavor it is, but it's actually the mystery one. Laffy Taffy's better. It's alright, but...
So next we're going for the Refreshers. These are similar in what terms to what we've just had. A bit harder to chew. And in the centre, there's Sherbet.
Sherbet for you guys is like powdered...
Yes.
Or not powdered, like crystallized sugar, I guess.
Yes.
So like our Pixie Sticks, basically.
So it does have... You can already see the
package here.
Yeah, it does a bit. You can already see the sherbet coming out the ends there.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. That's a weird thing to put in the center.
It's probably better just to...
Oh, I was going to say, are you supposed to bite it in or are you supposed to put the whole thing? Oh, Oh my god! What the hell? I can't open my mouth. With my jaw stuck together.
Mm. Mm. How about that sherbet centre though?
It's terrible. I've never had to work so hard to eat a sweet before. Oh god, my jaw hurts.
But we'll skip forward. See you in a sec when we finish these.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Oh, the flavor of that one actually, it kind of reminded me of what we call Jolly Ranchers. But I'm not gonna kid you here, my jaw actually hurts. Like that was too much work for a candy, honestly.
The refreshers, they are a lot of work.
I would not eat those again.
No?
No,
I
it
actually really
hurts your jaw.
I really like refreshers, to be honest. I like the sherbetiness in the middle. When once you've worked at it, giving your jaw a good workout, and you get that sherbet hit, it's good.
It just all tasted the same for me, I guess, because like I just felt like I was working at it so hard that was all I could focus on.
Next, we have fizzes and Parma violets. Okay, so fizzes and Parma violets. You said earlier when you were talking about Smarties,
Yeah,
you were saying
this is identical. They come in like a little roll and everything, and they look like little.
so fizzes might well be what you claim to
Do
be
they
Smarties.
fizz, or is it just the name?
Kinda.
And they might not be ours. We do have a sweet that's similar to this, and I can't remember what it is. I'm blanking on the name. But they are very similar, minus like the little kind of, not like fizzy, but I don't know what it is. So like slight sour kick there.
Do you like them?
Sour. I do. But I'm also the weirdo who likes American Smarties, so most people don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah, the flavor is identical to American Smarties. I could probably eat this whole packet. I might.
Well, we're gonna leave them there for now.
Just taking the sweets away.
Next, Parma violets. So we have the same texture,
Okay.
but these are all, and they got a slightly different flavour to them.
Okay.
So you can see they usually come together, fizzes and Parma violets. But yeah, this is.
Oh, they come in the same package, usually.
No, but
Same bag.
yeah,
Okay. So are these all the same flavor in the entire roll, though?
yeah.
Okay. Oh.
I
Can have that one back.
have absolutely no idea how you would qualify the taste of a Parma violet. It's strange, isn't it? I can't even describe it. I don't have the words to describe
Hold on.
it.
Let me try. I'm gonna go through and force myself to try it again so I can try and figure it out.
What is that for you?
Little kid vitamins. The like Flintstone vitamins. That is what it reminds me of.
Yeah, kinda.
It reminds me of Flintstone vitamins in like pill tablet looking sized.
Okay.
It tastes like Flintstone's vitamins. Vitamins, I'm not kidding you.
Okay, maybe they're good for you. Parma violet's good for you. Who knows? Okay, so next we're going for Cadbury's Eclairs. Now we have checked; these are not safe.
I'm excited for something Cadbury though, because I haven't had any.
So, Meg, you are very proud of the fact that you've never had to have a filling, right?
Correct. I've never had any cavities my entire life.
So this is that American dental advantage as we talked about in episode 1.
I guess it's a dental advantage. Yeah, it's the fluoride in our water.
However, that being said, the reason I bring that up now is it's a good job that you don't, because these things they'll pull out your fillings.
These worse than the refresher things? Really?
Oh, yeah.
Because those refresher ones hurt my jaw.
These are chewy. So we're gonna try this, and it's gonna be we're gonna be cutting some of this out because it'll just be a good 5 minutes of us chewing.
Oh, they're more hard.
Mm-hmm.
I like them. They're toffee.
Wait till you get to that centre. You just got to it.
These are good.
Right, so Claire, what do you think?
Very good. I think you're wrong about the chewiness. Those refresher things I feel like would rip fillings out way faster than the other ones.
Yeah, they weren't quite as chewy as refreshers. I'm going to reassess my take on that.
They're delicious though.
You enjoy it, of course?
Oh my god, those things are so good.
Okay.
To be fair though, I haven't had a lot of Cadbury though during my life because again, it's not so much an American chocolate, and then I got the nut allergy. So basically, every Cadbury has nuts in it, except for a fair few.
Okay, so next we're going for the Swizzlers Double Dip.
Oh, is this powdered sugar in these? And you get like a chalky...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun dip.
So we're going to have to share our... Now, it's good. It's a good job that you and I have been living together for some time. We're in the same bubble. Because we are going to have to spit on this, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
We can swap ends if you want. So,
I really don't care.
do you want to get it wet? Like, get a bit...
Yeah, no, I know, because you have to stick it in the powder.
Yeah. So you get something like this back home. Go on, what's it called in America?
Fun dip.
Fun Dip. Okay.
And they come with different flavored sugars. Did that even get anything stuck to it? What's wrong with your sugar? Literally nothing stuck to that.
No.
This is not Fun Dip, it's Work Dip. Make you work for it. Oh my god. It's terrible.
Trying to go through the flavour.
Oh, your powder's a lot thinner than ours, though. It's like almost like lighter. Maybe that's why it doesn't stick as well.
You like the cherry one?
Yes. Kind of got like a fizzy thing to it.
Oh, yeah?
I really like that.
Okay.
Careful, I made you feel this. You have me hyped up on sugar for hours.
We are. We're going to have to calm you down.
Until I crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to eat the rest of this flavor.
Next, we're going for the Swizzlers Double Lollies.
These I've had before, to be truthful, though.
Okay, you've had... but not in the US, right?
No, not in the US. This was actually here at work before they sent us all home and everything. They brought in a crap ton of sweets for the entire floor of our office, and there was this and one other kind that was like pre-packaged, so that was the only ones I could eat.
Okay.
Because had somebody stuck their hands in the other ones, and then that one I could have like basically gotten a nice allergy attack. So these were safe. So I've tried them. I do like them.
So, for anyone watching at home, what are they like?
I guess they're kind of like, I don't know, the Swizzlers, but like without the kind of like, I don't know, it's not really a fizzy thing, but I don't know. It's like the texture of the, what are these called?
The Fizzers and the Parma Violets.
Texture of the Parma Violets, better flavor like the Swizzlers, because the Parma Violets are disgusting flavored. But in lolly form.
They're not. Parma Violets are mint.
I feel like I'm eating children's vitamins when I eat those.
Okay, next we're going for Drumstick Lollies. So earlier you had the Squashies. You've enjoyed the Squashies.
Oh, is it in lolly form?
These are the originals, yeah. So the Squashies came years after these. These have been around for as long as I can remember. Squashies only in the last few years.
Okay.
So this is how it originally is. It's a drumstick lolly.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
Alright. They're kind of a weird lolly because they're not quite like, they're not hard. I like slightly.
You can start pulling these out.
Oh, crap. Here. Looks like it has hair.
So, drumstick lollies. What do you think? Any good?
Alright. I think if I had this bowl full of sweets, these would not be the first thing I grabbed, but they sure as heck wouldn't be the last.
So the next thing we're going to do is love hearts. Now, love hearts. I know candy hearts are something you get in America.
Oh, are these the same?
Well, we'll find out, shall we? That's what we're gonna see.
Our candy hearts are very much a Valentine's Day only, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we get them all year round. So they're like candy hearts, like you say. I only know that because of Futurama. Wolf, behold.
Blah! These candies are chalky and unpleasant.
And what is this emotion you humans call love?
Surely it says love.
No, love with an Earth W. Behold.
This concept of love confuses and infuriates us.
It's interesting, though, because they're very much a different shape. Ours are, like, of course, heart-shaped. And then they always have little writing on them.
Well, so do ours. So let's pick one and let's read our special messages to one another, shall we? Given that we're so in love.
Oh. They have different writings.
So mine says, "Let's party."
My hero. I feel like that's not intended for him, no offense, but that would be for my daddy.
Offense taken.
I'll find a more fitting one. I only picked that one because I like the color. Does it say sorry? Why is this a love heart? Like, this is so weird. Who writes sorry on a candy? What the hell? I'm sorry. Our little candy hearts do not apologize to people.
You see, that's the Britishism in it, because for us, we apologise for everything.
You don't. That's a Canadian thing.
It's so ingrained in the culture. It's like, oh, sorry.
No, I say sorry more than you.
You do, but that's because I'm a prick.
I like that has a face on it. This is the one I chose for you, though.
It says, "Love you. Aren't you sweet?" Mm-hmm. Like this love heart.
Oh, these are way better than our candy hearts. What are you talking about?
Hug me, it says. Well, go on then. What's different?
So, these actually, the texture, not so much the shape, but the texture is spot on to what our Smarties are. Mm-hmm. So what were these, Swizzlers? Fizzers. All right, Fizzers. This is the shape, but this is the taste and the texture.
Okay.
That together would be our Smarties.
Okay.
So, and they come in a roll like those Fizzer things. But these take nothing like ours.
So what do yours taste like?
Disgusting. They're handed out on Valentine's Day every year, and I swear, like, none of the children like them. And it's because they're so chalky. There's not a lot of flavor in them.
It's just a chalky taste.
It's super chalky. It's like you're eating, I don't know, like when you have acid reflux and you eat, like, Tums, or I don't know, whatever your equivalent is over here.
Or what's Tums? I don't know what Tums.
They're antacid tablets. They're, like, mainly calcium.
Okay.
So they taste extremely chalky. And they come in, like, tablet form, basically. They're just meant to be chewed. Basically, the chalkiness of it all and the calcium settles your stomach. That is what our candy hearts taste like, but technically they're sweet.
So, we are now moving on to the potentially lethal strawberry bonbons. Now, bonbon is a weird word that you had never even heard of before, had you?
We have bonbons, but they're different. They're, like, not candy. I think they're... I don't really know what they are. They're something. We have something into it, but it's not as sweet. So,
yeah, these are perhaps one of the oldest and most traditional that we're trying today. Bonbons are seen as like an old-fashioned sweet.
So it's just hard.
Yeah, but I think it's softer in the middle. They should be. So let's just have a try on, shall we?
Alright.
So these are strawberry bonbons. They come in a variety of flavours, but today we've gone with strawberry.
Okay. Our bonbons are usually pastry, so... They remind me of something. I'm trying to put my finger on it. So, we used to get these, like, things from my family, usually for, like, the holidays. And they're, like, little strawberry flavored sweets. They look like the wrapper even looks strawberry.
Okay, and finally, we are moving on to the last one, and we're going to have the Sherbet Flying Saucers. Now, I've left these for last because these are proper weird.
What the?
So
They're like... They look foamy on the outside.
right, so, Meg, I know that you are of the Orthodox background, being of Ukrainian background, aren't you?
Are you telling me this is the pierogies of candies?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm saying in the Orthodox faith, did you take confession much?
Well, my mom's Catholic, so yeah, I've taken confession on both sides.
I feel like
More
these
so the Catholic.
taste a little bit like confessional.
Oh my god, are you telling me they actually hand out these at the Catholic Church? Because this probably would have been more enjoyable.
But with sherbet sugar inside.
What the heck is this? Are you supposed to eat the outside?
Just put it all in your mouth and let it melt.
What the hell is this? Well, the middle saved it, but god, the outside's disgusting.
It is a bit...
It is like confessional bread. Having flashbacks to Catholic Church right now.
It is a bit like...
I feel like I'm at church with my mom and I'm going to take,
So, for anyone who doesn't know these,
Not
there is a bit like coloured little confessional bread with a lump either side there. And in the middle, there is like sherbet, sugar. Like a very strong, it's a very intense flavoured sugar, isn't it?
Can I just have the inside? I'm like literally going to bust this open and just eat the inside. It's the only part I care about. I have found the real way you should eat these. You break it open and you eat the sugar. Save yourself the disgusting outside. Much better.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so moving on from me and my sacrilegious talk, we're going to rate these now. So, see you in a sec. And we are back. And we have just had a bit of a discussion, haven't we, about exactly how we're going to rank order these sweets. There are 15 in total. We're going to go through it. 15 to 1. Worst to best. So, we're also going to put our banging or hanging scale on it. Obviously, given they are in order, we're not going to have to say banging or hanging to every single one. So we're going to go with our first few here, which are, of course, in the hanging side of things. So, let's get our scoreboard up. Okay, so now we're going to look at from our scoreboard. Let's start at the bottom, which are the hanging ones.
Alright, so number 15, we have the wine gums. Those were gross. 14 is flying saucers. The only redeeming part was the sugar on the inside. The outside was disgusting. Tasted like communion bread, honestly. It really did.
It did. It does. But I actually enjoy them.
Terrible.
Weirdly enough. But I enjoy all these, to be honest. Go on, Karen.
Outside was gross. 13 would be refreshers. They were not refreshing. Pull out your freaking teeth if you let them. 12 would be the Jelly Babies. I didn't like the powdered sugar on the outside. They were just kind of weird.
Okay.
11, the Parma Violets would be the last of the Angen, and that would be because they taste like children's vitamins.
Okay, so you just said...
Vitamins, as you guys say them.
You just said that was the last of the hanging.
Yes.
So those are the 5 there that you would not want again.
No, I will not be eating those again.
Okay, so this is our I category. You have 6 in here. So let's go down from number 10 to number 5.
So, number 10, I have the fruit pastels. They were just kind of weird. Drumstick lolly. Not as good as the real well, I guess those are the real drumsticks. Not as good as the ones that I like.
The squashies.
Yeah.
You know, I prefer the squashies, as sacrilegious as that may be.
I was going to say, I like the concept of it. It was just the flavor wasn't as powerful, so it was not my favorite.
Okay.
How do you pronounce that one again that I did for number 8?
Number 8, you've chosen the Mawam, which I may be mispronouncing, but that's as best as I can do it.
Too many weird letters in there and not enough.
Yeah.
Too many vowels, not enough consonants. I'm sorry. It's the American in me can't pronounce it. All right. Moving on. Number 7 would be those fizzers. Number 6 would be the double dip. Gave me good flashbacks to my fun dip in my childhood.
But not as good as Fun Dip in your mind?
The one flavor, the
cherry
first
flavor.
one I tried. No, the first one I tried was just terrible.
Okay.
The reason it got ranked so high was because of that cherry flavor that I liked.
Okay.
Other than that, it would not have been ranked that high. But the second flavor redeemed it very much.
Okay.
Number 5 would be the double lolly.
Okay. So now we are going into our banging territory. These are the ones that you want some more of, do you?
Yes.
So let's go down from number 4 to number 1.
Yes. So, number 4, Love Hearts. Yours are way better than ours. Those were delicious. Number 3 would actually be the Bonbons.
Okay, and then we're going to have a drum roll here because there's 2 left. So we have the Squashies and the Eclairs. What's getting the number 2 spot?
Squashies.
Which means our winner is...
Eclairs. Those things were good.
Okay. So, there you go. British sweets. What are your overall thoughts? Were there any that you thought were very similar to the American ones? Or is there anything you've had today that is totally unique, for better or for worse?
Those flying saucers are definitely very unique in a disgusting way. If I wanted to take communion, I'd be going back to church. Otherwise, nah, I'm gonna pass. I have to say that you guys really like your gummy forms, which I just find so weird for a country with such bad dental care.
Oh, that's twice you better pop at the dental care now.
I'm sorry, I've howled and I've never had a cavity in my entire life and therefore never had a filling. So yeah, I'm gonna pop at the dental care there because I've never had anything. I feel like those would be the worst ones for your teeth, wouldn't it? Under my understanding of things.
Okay, go on. You were saying, so we like our gummies.
You like your gummies. You like your harder textures around the gummies, and frankly, I'm not quite sure why, because it's not like they're gonna like melt or something like this is California. So it's not like you needed another layer to protect it from one another. I don't get it.
But Eclairs, we'll have those again, won't we?
Yeah.
We've got a whole bag full of them left, so...
He's gonna have to hide them to get me to not eat them.
It's fine. They need eating. You have them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm too good to you.
You are too good to me.
I am.
I got lucky.
Don't you forget it. Don't let me forget it.
When's my heart with candy?
So, that'll do it for today's episode. Have you enjoyed British Sweets?
Yes, we can do more episodes like this. I like my sugar.
Okay, well, until next time, I want to thank you for watching. And like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then we'll see you next time.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Bye-bye. She's gonna sugar crash.